there, welcome back to Crop. Hello there, welcome back to Crop. Oh, should we start again? Ready? 3, 2. Hello, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name's Joe. It's Wednesday night here in the UK. It means, of course, it's time for Creative Cravings, that one show of the week where we maybe take it back to basics a little bit more. If you are relatively new to us here at Crafters TV, or maybe relatively new to crafting, then this is absolutely the place for you. It doesn't mean to say that experienced crafters aren't going to pick up some awesome hints, tips and techniques. Those hints, tips and techniques are all coming from the lovely lady that is Debby Robinson. She's over there manning the list, aren't you, Debbie?
Oh, I am, because one of these days I am going to get on Sarah's nice list. Not the naughty one, the nice list. And look at all these people. Look, these forever growing, Joe, forever growing. Look at all these. We're down to number 9. Who is going to be number 10? Who's going to be the 10th person to be on Sarah's nice list with that chance of that amazing prize and a little rummage round in our gorgeous Joe's stocking. That lovely stocking. Who is it going to be tonight, I wonder, Joe?
Well, I mean, I'll be rummaging around in my own stocking, because, you know, but we will be picking out a prize. Will it be one of our gorgeous baubles? Will it be a cracker? Every single bauble or cracker in here is going to unlock a gift from us, a prize worth at least £75 or dollars of amazing crafty goodies, which is brilliant. And this, of course, goes on every single show, every single day, right up until the end of Sunday, which is awesome. All part of our Club Inspire members Christmas event. What I would also say is that you're going to get double points on absolutely everything you see in show and across the entire Crafters Companion website. There's loads of great deals in the show today. What sort of things we're going to be making, learning and looking at then, Debbie?
Ooh, it's all about peekaboos, and we've got some amazing peekaboos for you tonight. And honestly, these are just glorious. These absolutely beautiful, cute little characters that give you the character on the front, but when you open it up inside, look, you can see the bare back of him as well. Absolutely gorgeous. I love these. They are so, so cute. There's so many ways you can use them, Joe. You can use, stop it, you can use them in loads and loads of ways. This one, our lovely Debbie did this one. I remember her doing this because she did this on a little Facebook Live, and she also did it down at Create and Craft. Isn't it gorgeous?
Oh, nice.
You've got the elements where you can create all of that with these fabulous peekaboo elements. And then not only that, Joe, you could be mixing them up as well, so you could be using them in a completely different way into your card making, onto your Christmas cards, where you've got them all. It looks like they're just toppling down in a great big. Are they on a slide there? Wait a minute.
That penguin looks like he's in a bit of bother there.
The what?
The penguin looks like he's having a bit of a bad time.
Where's my penguin?
The one with his head in the.
Oh, bless him. Look, love it. Oh, it's so little cute. But how gorgeous are they? And that's the lovely thing about these. These stamps and die sets enable you to put the front as well as the back
The
onto your
snowman
project.
looks like he's having a. looks like he's going to the bathroom.
Listen, that's not yellow. That's not yellow, so he isn't. He isn't. Look.
Oh, we've started already, Debbie. 4 minutes.
Right,
in.
come
4
on,
minutes in.
creator cards. What else have we got? Not just any old creator cards, interchangeable creator cards. What Leanne and the team did with these just blew my mind, because I absolutely love these. These are your creator card interchangeable dies, which means you can interchange that sentiment, and that's what I love about them. And you've got some gorgeous designs from your Christmas tree to your snowflakes.
Ooh,
beautiful
gorgeous.
one here, because there's a bit of foiling on this one, Joe.
Nice.
Bit of foiling, and then the use of the creator card with that gorgeous snowflake. Then you've got the Star of Wonder as well, but you've got the ability to change up each one of those sentiments, because there are 3 in each one, but Joe will explain a little bit more in a moment. And then a gorgeous, beautiful shaker card. Shake, 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 shake you. Wait a minute.
Shake.
I was going to say shake your bits, but that didn't sound right, so I'm not going to shake my bits. I'm going to give it a good old shake. But honest to goodness, we've got some great things. However, one more thing. Let me just run over here for a second, because we've also got some embossing folders.
Oh, and they're gorgeous, aren't they?
Oh my days, I love embossing folders, and that's exactly what you are getting with these gorgeous embossing folders. 3D as well as 2D. And I'm going to show you, strip it back. We're going to do a little bit of taking it back to basics kind of thing. But
Awesome.
showing you other ways that you can use them as well. And maybe a few techniques thrown in there too. So I'm really looking forward to the show, Joe.
Going to be a fantastic show. We're going to start with the Interchangeables. Now, on their own, individually, they're worth every single penny, $24.99 or $32.99. Why do I say they're worth that? Because they are a creator card die, and you'd expect to pay around that for a creator card die. However, the great thing about this one is each one of these creator card dies offers you 3 different sentiments. So this one here, which is your Christmas tree, you've got Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Season's Greetings. Now, I don't want you to buy one individually, because why would you buy one individually when for the price of 2, you can get 4? So $24.99 to get 1, or £49 to get 4. So it makes total sense to get them all together, because you're also going to get the holly frame, and that's got Deck the Halls, Jolly Holidays, and 'Tis the Season in there as well. I love the fact that you'd never know this has come from an interchangeable die. They look like they were manufactured as one die in the finished samples. You see that with Debbie shortly. You've also then got your snowflake in here, so you've got Let It Snow, Believe in the Magic, and Winter Wishes. And you're also going to receive that amazing star. This is my favourite. Star of Wonder, Joy to the World, and Peace on Earth is what you're going to receive in there. Less than £40, just over $50 for Platinum members to get all 4 of them. They were incredibly popular last year, so I know that they're going to be a really hot item at half price. Now, we're going to Peekaboo next. Now, I've got 2 different collections available for you. So first up, we've got this collection right here. Now in here, what you'll get is Santa. What you do is you get Santa there. You can see with his, you can see Santa, you get him front and back. You also get as well all the little sentiments that you need in here as well, which is amazing. Gosh, it's going to be one of those shows. You then get the reindeer in here as well. You get the holiday, which is that cute little bear, and you're going to get the robin in there as well. Within this bundle, I believe I'm right in saying you also get the arches included, and with the arches, what you're getting is they cut 2 different style apertures for you. So they cut like an oval, a half, like a half moon, and then a more sort of square shape too, which is going to enable you to create that aperture right there. So the different apertures you get are the one I've got here on the robin, and you also got the one that you can see here as well on the snowman there too. Right, so you get those. So, there we go. Well, I've also got a smaller collection available for you. Less than £20, brilliant platinum price there for you. There is a small collection of just 2 of the Peekaboos included on their own without the arches. These are an amazing price. One of these should be, well, individually £7, aren't they, on their own? £9, an extra £2, you get the extra ones. You get the snowman and you get the Christmas penguin in there. I would definitely urge you to go over to the website and have a look at everything that's coming up, because we've got loads of stuff. Brilliant embossing folders, we've got storage on the show for you, a incredible hero tool as well. Make sure you're chatting away and commenting with me, because that's how you're going to get up on Sarah's nice list. Crafters TV on Facebook, or of course Crafters Companion over on YouTube if you want to slide into the conversation. Where do you fancy starting tonight then, Debbie?
Can we start with the Peekaboo?
We can indeed,
I just think they're so cute, really, really cute. And I love them, and they're very, very easy to use. You've got the window arches as well, which make things a little bit easy if you want to create those lovely window scenes. There's lots of lovely things that you can do with these dies and stamp sets. But I'm going to show you basics first. So when you take a look at this, this gives you the ability to create, and the clever thing about these are these stamps. So there is the front of your little snowman. There's the back of the little snowman. There's even a little robin perched on bottom. How cute is that? All those little details just really do make a difference. You've got a die that creates the cutout around this, around the top of his head there, and also onto the back part too. And then you've got a word, and on this one it's snow. So you've got your snow, and then you've got all of these lovely interchangeable sentiments that you can then customize to what you want to say on your card. Right, so I am going to start with, first things first, the actual Peekaboo stamps. So we're going to start with those 2. And when we bring these in, let's take that over there for a second. I'm just going to line them up both side by side on each other, because you want to stamp both of those out. I've got my small stamping platform, with them only being a small stamp, Joe, you can use the smaller ones, rocker blocks, whatever it is that you want to use, whatever you feel more comfortable with. And then, of course, dependent on what you're colouring in with, I'm going to be using tri-blends, but we've got lots of lovely alcohol markers on the show today in the terms of our illustrators. But you're going to be using the matching ink pad that you need for that. So I'm just going to literally ink that up, Joe, and then give it a little coverage, and then we're going to go straight in all over and then lift that off, and you can see straight away you've got your lovely cute little image there, and it is super cute. Then what you've got is you've got your die as well. So you've got your die that's going to be able to create the cutout part that creates that little peekaboo element. Now for this I am actually going to use it, but I'm also going to bring in my little snipper scissors when I can find them, Joe. Let me just grab my little snipper scissors.
No problem at all.
Because I want him to peek over the edge of my aperture, which I'm going to create in a moment. Okay. Well, sorry, Joe, were you going to say something?
No, I just,
So sorry.
I was just making reassuring noises for you.
Now, what I'm going to do is I am just going to use this to do a spot of colouring, because we just gave him a little colour up, and literally take some of your colouring, whatever it is, to be fair, Joe. I mean, we've got the illustrators on, but if you've got things like your tri-blends, you could, of course, be using tri-blends. I've given him a red nose, not an orange one, because I completely forgot to fetch my orange over here.
Maybe it's one of those fancy long red peppers instead, rather than a carrot. That's what he's got tonight.
Oh, yes.
You know the pimento ones, the sort of fancy Spanish ones you get in the supermarket. Maybe it's one of those.
Is that them small ones?
Sorry?
The small peppers? Is that the small peppers?
It's the thing, you know, the like long ones, the conical ones.
A what you want?
They're like about this long.
That long?
They're
Oh, I
about
thought you meant the little ones. You know the little ones that you can get, those mixed colour little ones, little mini peppers?
Oh, I haven't seen the mini peppers.
Oh, I love mini peppers.
Do you eat them whole, or do you like...
Eat them all.
You do?
Yeah.
What about the seeds?
No.
You could have a pepper growing in for you, for all you know.
Why?
You could have a pepper growing in you.
No, I promise
That's what
you.
my mum said when you're a kid, don't eat the apple seeds, you'll have an apple tree growing in you.
No. They just met me a little bit on the gassy side. No, I love them. I love peppers, and I want to eat them every day. And I try to, but it gets a little bit on the, yes, uncomfortable. Thank you, producer Georgian. Thank you. The uncomfortable side. That's where I was going. The uncomfortable side. Oh dear.
We said we weren't going to talk about this when we did our Facebook Live.
No, I know we did. We did. Exactly. And I said I was going to be good today. It's my last day. I'm going to be a good girl.
You're off for a couple of weeks, are you, Debbie, after today?
I am, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, you'll not see me until, I think it's about the 9th of August, I want to say.
Oh, Debbie, that makes me sad.
Oh, don't be sad,
But you've got to have some
Joe,
time
don't
off
be sad.
soon.
You what, darling?
You've got to have you some time off.
Of course.
Get that craft room done.
Get the craft room done, exactly. Now, I'm just going to show you how you use these. I've already coloured one in, Joe, because I'll colour it resting in a moment, because I've already got one pre-made there. But I'm just going to hold that over the top. Now, I need a little bit of low tack tape. What's Sarah done with it? What should do? Oh, it's down here. Let's grab my little low tack tape. I'm just going to do a little bit of a D-tack on that as well. There we go. And I'm just going to hold that over the top, and you're going to run that through. Now, you will need to do them separately. So if you've got this die, you will cut this one out first and then cut out the other one. So I'm just going to run that through, and then we will... do you know the lovely thing about these as well, George? And if you've got your mini, get your mini out and put them through your mini and cut them out, because it's only a small machine, so you don't have to get your big plates out or anything like that. And then literally you can be getting this done in like seconds. It's not going to take you long at all. So I'm just going to lift that up for a second, lift my low tack tape up. Let's just bring that forward. Always try and remember Leanne and Mia. Pull it towards you, Debbie. Pull it towards you. Hang on a minute.
What does that do by pulling it towards you, Debbie?
It just means you don't. Do you know when you so when you put? Wait a minute. When Debbie can get a grip of it, there we go. You pull it this way, and it doesn't tear your paper. So it means you don't. Because sometimes low tack tape, especially when it's had the pressure of any machine through it.
Yes.
It gets quite sticky and it sticks there. It's almost like. Turns into like a sellotape.
Right.
But instead of destroying your cardstock, and I'm just trying to find where I put my end there. There we go. Literally pull it towards you, And if you pull it towards you, why can't I get hold of anything? I think I need to shorten my nails. That's
Come
what I need
on, get
to do.
a grip, Debbie.
Get a grip. And then you pull it towards you and look, nothing's happened. No tearing or
perfect.
anything like that. Uh-oh.
You threw the dye in the bin.
I've lost my dye. Right, might be a bit tricky in a minute. I might have to go scrambling on the floor. Oh, I've got Jake and John in today. Jake, John, come here. I've lost the dye. Can somebody come and have a look for it, please? Oh, has Jake gone? Oh,
John's here. He'll come have a look for you. I'm sure he can hear me.
Bless him. Do you know it'll be somewhere right in front of me eyes, won't it? Oh, look, it's there. Oh, I found
it's
it.
fine. Don't worry. Stand down, John. Stand down. Stand down.
He was ready as
He
well.
was.
Did you see him? He was ready to pounce. Bless him. He was ready to come to me rescue.
Debbie had
It's okay.
lost the dye, but she's found it now. It's fine. John's Angel's very disappointed that he didn't swoop in there and grab Debbie's dye for her.
Now, I'm just going to cut this out, but I am going to use the die, and I did need to find it because I'm going to create my aperture in a moment, Joe. But there we go. I've cut my little head out there. Then you're just going to repeat that with the other snowman. So when you bring your other snowman, you cut him out as well, and you're going to use it the same way, where you pop it over the top, and then you just cut that around the edge. But again, when you bring in the colouring element to it, because he's the one that I did earlier, it looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? So you've got your front and you've got your back. Now, what we need to do is create the aperture. So I'm just going to move that to one side for a second, and I'm going to bring in my card blank. Now, I've started off with a 5x7 card blank, and I've actually put a pencil mark, and I'll tell you exactly where I put it. I put it 2.5 inches up, and I've just put a little pencil mark across there, because this is when we're going to bring in our window arches. And you've got two to choose from on this one, Joe. You've got that lovely arch, but then you've got this beautiful, now I can't think of the right shape. What do you call that?
It's
A rounded square?
no,
Rounded square?
It looks like a theatre stage to me.
Yes.
Let's say it's a theatre shape.
Yes, yeah, I quite like that one.
That means I don't know, essentially.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring back in our little element, so we know that that's going to be where he's peeking through. Okay, so we're bringing back in him, and we're also going to introduce the word snow as well. So we're going to put the snow onto there. And the reason I chose to put a line going through, Joe, sometimes we do make life difficult for ourselves by trying to position things, trying to get it straight. Well, I've just made life simpler for myself and put that at 2.5 inches up, because now I know I can line these up and be confident to know that once I've cut them out, they're going to be all nice and straight. But I'm going to do it one at a time, Joe, for this. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to start with the arch. I'm going to bring back in my low tack tape just for a second. Let's just bring that back in. I'm going to hold this down. Now, if you're confident enough, you can actually cut this both at the same time, but I'm going to do it separately. And again, sometimes we say it all the time, but do you know, if you're starting out in crafting, don't make life difficult for yourself, make it easy.
Absolutely. What's the danger then of cutting two at the same time, Debbie?
Well, if you haven't secured it down well with the low tack tape, Joe, there's a danger that the die can crisscross underneath each other. And when that happens, you can end up damaging your die. So for me, if you're just starting out on this kind of a journey into the world of card making, and I know that we get them all the time, and sometimes we forget, don't we, Joe, that we've got new viewers joining us all the time. So anybody who's new to watching, and we know that sometimes when you're new, you don't join in with a comment straight away or anything like that.
Oh, but you should, especially this week, because you might win all those crafty goodies and get yourself on Sarah's nice list, which will be awesome.
Yes.
A couple of questions coming in. Diana says, could you stamp the face onto the back stamp if you wanted a whole snowman?
Wait a minute, say that again for me.
Could you stamp the face onto the back stamp if you wanted a whole snowman?
Onto the stamp? Do you mean when you've stamped the image?
I think so, yes.
Yes, absolutely you can. Yeah, absolutely. Right, so, excuse me, I'm just a little, I don't know what I've done, Joe. Look at this. 2 seconds in and I've made a splodge. Oh. How have I done that? I haven't even got any inky fingers. Anyway, I'm not going to worry too much. Joe, because what I've done now is cut my little arch. Not quite cut through just yet, though, because we've got the bottom part to put. So let's do this. Now, again, if you're not confident, do one at a time. But I'm going to speed this little bit up for the time. Oh, let me grab me some more tape, Debbie. Come on, get some more tape. Let's put some more on there, Joe. So we're going to pop this one onto this end of where the arch started. So that'll give us the ability to cut it out. And then I'm going to pop on now my little snowman head, and he's going to go and fit at the other end as well, okay? Just leaves a little bit of a gap there, but I can do that with my scissors. That's not to worry. Again, it's just the effect that you're going for. And then we're going to run this through the Gemini. I'm just going to turn this to one side again because I am using my Gemini Junior plates on my larger machine. And we're going to run that through, and then we're going to pop it all together to create the card. Because what this is going to do now is create the aperture part with that peekaboo element on there. And I do love this, Joe. I think these are really cute. Like I said, lots of ways you can use them. Just going to grab my low tack tape again, lift that up, pull towards me. No damage to the card. Little tip that our Leanne gave us that, you know.
It is.
Yeah, and talking of Leanne, oh, the gorgeous
3-hour
lady.
show tomorrow.
I know.
How exciting. Sarah says, loving your top, Debbie. It's a dark one, so if you clean the table with it, no one will see the stains.
I think Sarah might have been watching yesterday.
Yes, Debbie was cleaning down with her dress yesterday, weren't you?
I was indeed, but you wasn't supposed to see that bit because I thought I was doing it when the camera was off me. But it is another dress, look, you can see. Woohoo! There we go. It's a dress, not a top. Got another dress. I've got my fan, but I've pushed it a bit further back.
Right.
So I'm not doing no Mallory Monroe's today. So I learnt my lesson from yesterday. So it's a bit further back in the building. But yeah, it's still blowing a nice gust around the nether regions.
Across your legs.
Around me is what I meant. Now, come and have a look at this, because now, look, which way are we going? Are we going that way? Right, okay, there you go, Adam, thank you very much. So now what we've done is created that lovely window arch, and we've got the snow, and we've got my snowman. Will you not behave yourself? But I'm going to substitute
Debbie,
it for
of
me
all the
clean
people
one.
to behave themselves, you can't tell us to behave ourselves. Not how it works.
Dear, I did not start it. Who said such a thing? Who said such a thing? That naughty Adam. Now, all I'm going to do now, Joe, and I've substituted it for my clean one that I made earlier. So if you're wondering where the black mark's gone.
Oh, right, you switch a
Yeah, I've just done the switcheroo. No one needs notice. I'm going to literally bring it to life a little bit just by adding some, well, it's an embossing folder actually. Isn't that gorgeous, that embossing folder? Beautiful. We've got some gorgeous embossing folders on the show.
That's a beautiful one.
Yeah, it's one of the Sarah, do you know, I think it was the Sarah signature range from, and I believe either last year or the year before. However, we've got some gorgeous embossing folders, so stay tuned because we've got loads to show you with embossing as well. So when I just pop that down there now, that's going to create that little bit of a backdrop. However, we need to bring in our little characters that we cut earlier. So
nice.
I'm going to just, before I do that, Joe, do you remember that little snowman head?
Yes.
I've just stamped him a few times
made a
to create
background
a
paper.
background.
That's cute.
So that is my little head, and all I've done is just stamped him all over.
And what
literally.
ink pad have you used for that, Debbie?
You what, darling?
What ink pad have you used to create that?
I just, my intention was I was going to colour it. So I thought about it, and then I thought, do you know what? It's a tad bit of colouring. So I thought I'm going to stick to black and white. So I had actually popped it with my alcohol proof because my original thought was I'm going to colour it in, and then I changed my mind. So yes, just depends what you're going to be doing. Are you colouring it in? What are you colouring it in with? Choose your ink pad accordingly. Now when we pop this on, Joe, that gives me another little backdrop, so you can see now already starting to look lovely coming together. And I'm just going to pop that across, going to get me glue into the right place, so I'll wiggle that into the right place. If you're ever wondering what I've been using and you've never seen this before, this is our wet Kalal glue, solvent based, absolutely brilliant, and it gives me wiggle time to get it positioned into place before it actually dries.
Awesome.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring back in my little characters. So the little peekaboo element now is we're going to pop him, and he's overhanging over
his
there
scarf's
as well.
dangling.
Yeah, he's overhanging there. Now, I'm going to bring in my tacky glue for this because I want to just pop it across. There's nothing to stop you though, Joe, once you have done that design, stamping directly into him and colouring, and the same on the back as well, so you get that element. I've just done these separately because to show you that versatility part of that die and stamp set. So that's them there. but we need him peeking through, so we're going to bring in the back element of him, and he's going to sit. And now you can see now where that die has been designed to work absolutely perfectly to give you that full effect, that rounded effect.
Any reason why you wouldn't stamp it onto your card blank and colour it straight on your card blank, Debbie?
There's no reason whatsoever.
No?
This was just my personal choice.
This is just how you prefer to do it?
Yeah, this was just my personal choice. There is nothing to stop you from directly going on to your cardstock, cutting that aperture out, and then directly stamping on. For me, because I've used alcohol markers, do you know you can get this
Shadowing?
The what?
Like the shadowing where it starts to come through?
Yes, because that's the natural element of any alcohol marker, not just ours, any alcohol marker that you use. So for me, doing it separately takes that away. So you're not getting that the bleed through. We'll call it a bleed through.
Yeah.
So for me, that's why I prefer to do it this method. But by all means, try it and see what works for you. And then lastly, Joe, what I'm just going to do is, and don't forget, you've got all of these brilliant stamps to customise what you want to say.
Awesome.
And I customised it with dashing through the snow.
Nice.
Well thought out, Joe, well thought out. And I'm just going to pop that onto my back. I could lift that with some foam pads, but I'm just going to go directly on with my tacky glue. Pop that down, gives me a little bit of a wiggle time, and I'm just going to finish it off with a snowflake that I've got in my collection, and simply, now is my glue gun plugged in? Let me have a little nosy. Did Sarah leave it in? God love her, she did. Right, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue just onto there, and then literally finish that off with a little, just an embellishment, Joe, really.
Nice.
It could be a ribbon or something like that, but I've used a couple of my snowflakes with a little gem in the middle, and there you go. You have your peekaboo element of him peering over the edge, but when you open the card up, in peekaboo, look at that, just so cute.
So cute.
So cute. Incredible prices as well. A really, really gorgeous way of using them. So many ways that you can use them. Absolutely fabulous. I love them.
Yeah, really, really awesome. A great value. You can get those two on their own there. So you get the penguin alongside this one here, which is the snowman. Those two together, £9 or £12.50. Use your platinum discount there as well. It'll automatically be added for you when you pop them in your basket. And then the larger set, this also has the frames in. So the frames are what create this aperture element just here. And within this one, you're going to get Santa, the reindeer, you've got the bear, and also the robin. What I would say is all the words interchange with all the characters as well, and that largest collection there also has those window arches in as well, which is brilliant. Let me share with you some of the other stuff that's coming up in the show that's already proving very busy across on the website. The embossing folder collection you'll be seeing shortly with the lovely Debbie. Now these are awesome. These are some of your all-time favourites. So in here you're going to get Christmas centrepiece, little old tree, festive pine, twinkling snowflakes, deck the halls, and rustic wreath you're going to get in there. Now, Joy to the World is not available in the collection. It's very low stocked. If you want to get it, you'll have to get it quickly on its own. $5.59 or $7.96 as a Club Inspire Platinum member. Now, the hero tool this week is coming from Totally Tiffany. It's a Totally Tiffany, the Scrap Rack Black Binder. And what it has in there is one 3-ring binder element, which does have that hook and loop technology, so you can take it in and out, attach it and detach it to your scrap rack. You're also going to get some organisational pockets in there. I'll show you that in more detail a little bit later in the show. $49.99 or $59.49 if you want that one. There is also a purple option for you as well, and a turquoise option. So that's the only decision you need to make is which one of those gorgeous colours are you going to go for. We do have some storage on the show for you as well. We've got the small die and stamp storage. You'll get 2 packs of the magnetic panels with that one just there. So 6 sheets. Great way of storing all your different dies. Maybe you want to go for the larger one. We've also got that in stock for you as well. The A4 size, 6 sheets of magnets in there across those 3 packets, which is brilliant. Right, loads of you chatting away with me. Should we see where everyone's tuning in from? We've got Debbie in California, Deborah in Derbyshire, Lorna's saying hi in Hereford, Nora in Arizona, Gemma in Derbyshire, Judy's in from New Hampshire, Sue's in York, just up the road, Emily is looking forward to a delightful show as well in Colorado. Who else is chatting over? Leanne says, woo woo, I'm finally able to make it to a live, and it's my birthday. Oh, it's Leanne's birthday. Happy birthday, Leanne. Geraldine says, so looking forward to the show, can't wait to see what's being created. Janice saying, I've been waiting for this show. I have the Peekaboo Peekaboos. Haven't used them yet. Well, I hope you've been inspired there to get them out. Lorraine saying, hi everyone, I have this collection. It's amazing, talking about those Peekaboos. And a lot of chatter about the dyes, the interchangeable ones. About to share those with you in a second. Judy saying how nice your outfit is tonight, Debbie. I must concur.
Oh, thank you.
Rebecca says I bought the interchangeable dyes after Christmas last year. I haven't used them yet, but I am excited to try them out. Well, hopefully Debbie's going to inspire you. Let's move on and share those with you. So one of these on their own should be £24.99. I don't want you to get them individually because rather than getting one for £24.99, for an extra, well, £24, you can get all four sets even. And what you get is one creator card die. Now the other joyful thing about this is that you can either cut it in or cut it out. You've got that removable edge, so if you want a topper, you can do that. If you just want to have maybe box detailing, you can do that as well. You get the tree, which has got Merry Christmas, Seasons, Greetings and Happy Holidays. You're also going to receive the holly, which has Deck the Halls, Jolly Holly Days and 'Tis the Season. This one here is your snowflake that's got Let It Snow, Believe in the Magic and Winter Wishes. And also that star. The star's my favourite actually. It's Star of Wonder, Joy to the World and Peace on Earth as well. Make sure you grab a hold of these. You're going to absolutely love them. I love, Debbie, the fact that you wouldn't know they were an interchangeable die. When they're cut, there's no... Sometimes with interchangeable dies, you end up with little... like pips or bits that don't look like they should be there. Whereas these, when they're cut, they look like they've been cut from a standard die, don't they?
Yes, yeah. And they look like you've had it 3 times duplicated, not the fact that you're just changing the sentiment, and that's what I love about
So it's like
them.
having 12 creator card dies for £49.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Exactly, and these are fabulous. And the first one I'm going to be using is the Interchangeable Snowflake frame. And like Joe said, it comes in a variety of places. Now, for this one, I am actually going to cut through. We're going to cut through the card blank. We're also going to cut through some mirror card as well. But first things first, we're going to cut through that card blank first, and it's just a case of what sentiment it is that you're going to use. Now on this one you've got Let It Snow, you have Winter Wishes, and you have Believe in the Magic. So there's 3 that you can choose, and you can see each one of them fit perfectly in there. And the lovely thing about it is, Joe, as well, you can have them, they almost like, some fit in straight, but depending on where you pop it, you can have it on like a tilt as well.
Nice.
So that's, again, a lovely feature to it. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to have, let me just think that, yeah, I think I'm going to put that there, and then have me Let It Snow so that it fits into there absolutely perfectly, and straight on. So I'm going for that straight on look. Now, in the addition to that, you do have this frame. Now, that will cut out a frame, and I'm going to use that in a moment, which is why I've done it 2 ways. First things first, we're going to keep it connected into the cardstock. Again, if you're not comfortable with doing it in that one stage straight away, you could cut your frame, your decorative frame, and then pop that in afterwards. But I feel pretty confident that I can do that. So I am going to place this on, and I'm going to put some low tack tape, and all I'm going to make sure is I've got some at the top and some at the bottom so that doesn't move around, and that's connected onto the cardstock so it's not going to move anywhere. And then I'm just going to put a little piece just across as well to make sure the frame doesn't move either. Now again, bringing in your plates. Now I'm going to use my Gemini Juniors again on my big Gemini, but you can be using your bigger ones. The only thing I want to do is, because this card blank itself is just shy of 6 inches, so it is an actual card blank cut to size. I've just realised I've got it on wonky. It won't be a minute, Joe. I need to make sure. Not that I'm a stickler for detail, but I like it to be straight, not on the wonk. But yeah, so when you... No, it's still not wonk. What's going on here? Hang on a minute. Going back to my card blank. Excuse me, I talk to myself all the time. If you've just tuned in and thinking, what's this woman talking about? I have conversations with myself when I'm crafting. Does
Do you
anybody
get sensible
else?
answers?
Yep, I can see some hands going up. Does anybody else? Yep, I can see them, Joe. Can you?
No.
Ruin the illusion, why don't you, Joe? What are they like? Oh, I say, oh, John, what? Hello there. Oh, no, he's saying no. Shh,
Oh,
shh, shh.
you've got to pop in and say
Come
hello
on now. John,
You've got to put
are
your
you
head in
rifling
now.
through my inks?
Yeah.
Are you going to say hello to the lovely
Come on.
people? Oh, there
He is. You can't help but notice him. And of course, forever fragrant. Oh, delicious. Right.
Fragrant, he's not a curry.
God love him. Right, shall I go back to my card blank? Professional.
Yes. Is it wonky yet? Is it still wonky?
It's still, no, I think I've got it
Okay.
straight now. So what I did was I took a piece of A4 cardstock, scored it in half, and then cut it down to 5 3/4 inch. So I've got a really nice square piece. Now I'm going to open that up for a second, pop that onto my plate, and then we're going to cut through this. Now this will cut through my card blank and give me that lovely aperture feel straight away, Joe. Now again, straightforward plate combination when you're using this. There may be an exception to the rule where you may need to cut it a couple of times or add your metal shim too. But I always start, and I always say this to anybody, you go in with the least pressure. You can always add the plate afterwards. And that's my chosen method on however I use mine. Now when I turn that over, I'll be able to lift that off. Oh, that's cut fine.
Jay Sutherland saying these look amazing.
They are.
Mirror card.
Oh, well, absolutely. And you're going to see that in a moment. Now, I'm just going to lift off my low-tack tape and I'm going to start doing getting rid of all the little bits. I've got John on brain, sorry. Joe.
You and half the viewers, I think. Diana says, I made Christmas cards with these last year and got comments on how pretty they were. Valerie says, well, I have the Christmas tree and I love using it last year. Carol D saying you can make like a dozen different combos with these and I really love them for that. They are so versatile, aren't they, Debbie?
They are really versatile. Oh, I've done it again. Oh, right, Leanne, if you're watching, please forgive. I should have got my cleaning brush out. Right, I hope she's not watching, Joe. She'll never know.
I'm going to tell her when she comes in tomorrow night.
Shh, don't. Where's my cleaning brush? Let me get
Sarah
the brush.
was doing it earlier as well, so you'll be all right. You're in good company.
Well, the thing is, the brush has gone missing. Hang on, hang fire.
Find your brush.
Is it behind me?
Terry Tom says, I'm late. Package of Christmas goodies just arrived. I have Jarl in the background as I start to play Crafter's Companion Heaven. I'm loving this, Debbie, as well. Save this so I can recreate that Peekaboo card later. Debbie Wilson as well. Debbie Wilson says, I really like the demos. As to being uncertain as to if I would use these dies, I've seen them demos. I will definitely purchase them. How are you getting on there?
I can't find my brush.
Should we get John to the rescue?
Yeah, can we get John to find me a die cleaning brush, please?
Any chance of a die cleaning brush for Debbie, please? She's going to get herself in a lot of bother with Leanne at this rate,
yeah,
otherwise.
I'm going to get into so much trouble because you're not really meant to tap your dies and Debbie's just wanting to get all the bits out.
Isn't there one just there?
I've been looking, Joe, and I can't see it. Sarah's been in the building. Let me just tell you. Sarah's been in the building. You know what she's like? Yep, even you can't find it. I'll just continue to poke these pieces out. I'll clean it that way.
John's gone for a brush for you, don't
I'll
worry.
leave it then. I'll leave it until John comes back.
Rose says, so a lot of talk about the Peekaboo still. Rose talking about making a spinner card with them. Connie says, I love the cards, make me smile so much. There's loads of love for the Peekaboos, actually. He's here, Debbie, don't fear. John is here.
To the rescue.
He's got your brush for you.
Thank you very much, John. Oh, thank you. Yeah, come and say hello again. Come and say hello. Thank you, John.
If he was a curry, what sort of curry do you think he'd be? A really spicy one, I reckon.
A jalfrezi for me. That's the one I like, a jalfrezi.
I reckon he's like a lamboona. Yeah. Our very own little lamboona.
Is that a very hot, spicy?
I'm not sure. I think he's got a lot of onions in. You being all sorts of bother, Debbie.
Oh dear. Yeah, we're not filling with peppers. That's what we'll do. We'll keep him just oniony and spicy and all those things. Oh, it's got a bit warm in here. Right.
Debbie, you've done this to me 3 nights in a row tonight this week.
I said I was going to be the ultimate what's that word? Consummate professional. Is that right? Have I said that right?
You have, but I like
Every time you giggle, I think I've said something wrong. Oh, no, honestly, Joe. Have you got any more comments you can be reading while I'm just
I said chemistry and biology. She said, Joe, I love that you said wonky. I use that or janky when it comes to wrong. I've never heard janky. Cindy's janky.
What's
Not
a janky?
Janky. Don't know. Cindy Sue saying, hi, John, with lots of fire emotions. Clearly a vindaloo for Cindy Sue. Kim says, I'm always talking to myself and the dog. Hubby's always doing something and he's never around to talk to. Oh, you probably get as much sense out of the dog anyway, I'd imagine. Kim. Any questions or comments? Keep getting them in, because remember, everyone that comments in with a chance of getting on Sarah's nice list, we'll be putting one name on at the end of this show, and I'll be having a rummage in my stocking to get a bauble or a cracker out of there, which is going to give you £75 or dollars worth of amazing prizes. And of course, it's double points. What's not to love, Debbie?
I know. It's been a cracker, Auntie. It's been a cracker week, it really has. Now, Joe, can you see I've done all the poking parts, so that's all nice. And when all I've done there is I've added some, do you know, luxury glitter card at the back, just to make that pop off a little bit. But I wanna show you how you can cut out the frame as well, because that's what I love about these. I'm just gonna make sure though I've got it in the right place, so because I am gonna match it and marry it up so it sits over there. So by that I mean, if you are using this die set, you can see that you've got different sizes of snowflakes on there. So I'm just going to make sure it matches up with this part. I'm actually going to put my little snowflake to that top corner so that I know it's matching. I'm going to bring in that frame, and again, if this is just that tad uncomfortable for you in doing it in those, you know, in all at once, then all I will say to you again is do it stage by stage. So perhaps cut your frame out, then put your decorative framing, and then lastly your sentiment part. But they have been designed to work together, and as long as you hold it down with low tack tape, it's not gonna move. I promise you. So it's just gaining that bit of confidence. And I know me, when I first started crafting, I wasn't confident. So I did those things where I did them. Everything was it was meticulous and a little bit more careful. But I'm just showing you that you can, once you gain that confidence, you can use them all together at the same time.
Awesome.
Right. So I'm going to pop that all on now, Joe. And sorry,
That's
Joe.
me. Yeah,
I know it's you.
me.
I know it is. I know it's you, Joe. I've just honestly. It's Joe John. It's like when we have George's Inc. Gallery, and oh no, it's just too many.
Have you worked with three Georges yet?
Have I done the three George? Yes, I have done the three Georges. Yes, I have.
I bet that's interesting.
Yes, that was a great day. That was.
Was it?
Yes, it was. It was for me. I have. Producer Georgina is saying no, you haven't. I'm sure I have. Have you not? Oh, perhaps I've only done a twosome then.
Maybe. Who knows, Debbie? Maybe you'll get to work with all three of them at the same time soon.
Right, I could have sworn I'd done all three of you together, I promise you. I thought I'd worked with all three of you. So it just shows you, don't mind you, we have, no, honestly, we do that many shows up here, they all tend to roll into one after a while, so you think, we work with everybody. I thought I'd done all three Georges. I'm so sorry, Georgina, producer Georgina. Oh, she's saying that's because she knows they haven't worked with George yet. George is lovely. If you've not worked with George before, he's just such a love.
I haven't met him yet.
He's a diamond. Have you not met him?
No, because we're only one of us in at a time.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the lovely Ben for months. Because obviously when I'm here, the other three are not here. We're only here one at a time. So apparently you're going to get all three Georges at the same time on the 27th of August. There you go.
Oh, so I will be doing all three.
You will?
Yeah, I knew I would. Well, I thought I had. But yes, it'll be lovely. That can't wait. Now, can you see what's happened when I've cut this out into this beautiful, gorgeous, shiny mirror card? Can I just tell you as well, Joe? Look at the waist.
Oh, Debbie, look at
this
those.
waist. This is just beautiful. And let me tell you, when you cut a few of these out, I mean, even this, look at these pieces, you could be using for decorative little fans.
Nice.
Little bird's feet.
Oh, bird's feet. Yeah, I get it now. Yeah, I was thinking.
What feet were you thinking of?
Gosh, you need a ped egg on those if they look like that.
Oh dear. But look, this is not waste, Joe. Look at this. This is not waste. And there's loads of other elements on there that you can use. Little stars, little snowflakes. So it is worth investing in a die cleaning brush to clean your dies out with. Just don't have a fan at the same time because they blow everywhere. So let me just move that to one side. Let's move my snowflakes to one side and get rid of all my rubbish.
Diana says, Debbie, I love that you just speak with abandon to how people will interpret it. That's a very nice way of putting it.
Bless her. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I think that was a compliment somewhere.
I think there was one in there somewhere. Sarissa says, I've noticed these afternoon shows are hugely entertaining and a little bit spicy. There you go. Not as spicy as John, clearly. Cindy Sue, let's see Joe and John do the wiggle waggle dance. I know this will put me on the naughty list, but well worth it. Fire emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji.
Right, hang on a
the
minute.
Wiggle waggle
What's a
dance.
wiggle waggle dance?
I don't know what a wiggle waggle dance is. Not heard of it.
Oh, I thought you'd done it before.
No, I may have done. Maybe I called it something else. Let me know, Cindy Sue, in the comments. What is the wiggle waggle dance?
Now then, Joe, while we're working out what a wiggle waggle dance is, we're going to put this together because look, I mean, cutting directly into your cardstock or cutting it as a frame, both look equally beautiful, but again, just look at the difference it does when you pop it on the top. It just gives it a lovely, and you know, if you do a little bit of a shadow drop, look how gorgeous and effective that looks too. So I'm going to use my dotty tape pen onto the back of my piece here. So let's just pop that down all the way across. And honestly, for any intricate die, and if you are new to crafting, all I'm going to say is the dotty tape pen is going to be perfect for all your intricate die cut pieces because it hits all the right spots. It doesn't go into any of the areas, well, what I mean is it doesn't splodge through the other side.
That's good.
Yeah, so it gives you that lovely coverage of hitting exactly where it, and that's due to those dots on that tape. And I guess as to why it does that.
If you're newer to crafting, would you say tape pens or wet glue, Debbie, or what's the benefit of one over the other?
Right, so when I first started crafting, I used tape pens. Now this was before our tape pen come out, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you, I didn't get on with them, and that's just because it was the quality of the tape pens.
Right.
Obviously, if you know Leanne, stickler for detail, and she only wants the best for every single crafter out there. So I just wish Leanne had invented them when I first started crafting, because I did used to use them but found it frustrating because they didn't stick down. I once remember seeing a card on my Auntie Jean's mantelpiece that I'd just given her, and it was a winter's day where literally, I'm not kidding, it slid down the card. I was like, oh my days. And so I gave up on tape pens and started using glue. And I'll be totally honest, I found Kalal glue pretty early on, and it's absolutely one of the best glues in the world. Then I found all the other glues that Kalal do, like your tacky glue and things like that. And of course my favourite chunky glue. So I have been a big fan of these glues. But since Leanne brought in our tape pens, I trusted her implicitly, and they've never let me down. Whether you go for the strip one, whether you go for the dotty one, whether you go for all of them, they are absolutely fantastic, and they're super strong as well. This is not no cheap, nasty glue where something's going to slip down your mountain piece. It's really good quality glue. And if you ever get a chance, check out some of the glue schools. If you are new to this, go back on, you see a big, massive library on Crafters TV and YouTube where you can see all those different tutorials on them. Now, I'm not going to do that drop shadow effect. I'm just going to layer it straight over the top, Joe. And again, doesn't that look absolutely beautiful? Let me just make sure though those bits stick over the top, because I can see, there we go, perfect. Nice. Line that up absolutely beautifully. I'm going to bring in now my all-purpose glue, and I'm going to just pop this into the back as well, because it just gives it a little extra pop by adding a bit of extra colour. And of course these are from our luxury glitter card packs, where you can get your, I mean, look how beautiful that looks already. Really beautiful. And apart from adding on perhaps some of my snowflakes, now I already did a few extras in a different colour, so I'm going to add these on, Joe, and I'm going to add them on with a bit of my favourite glue, which is of course the 3D Kalal glue, otherwise affectionately known in my world as chunky glue. Chunky glue. And if you search for chunky glue in the website, it comes up, you know, Debbie. I found that out the other day, Joe, yes, because it is, and the reason I call it that is because it is this lovely thick consistency in glue, and I'm going to just double layer those up to give it a real 3D effect. But yeah, it's I didn't realise that till someone told me. I'm like, oh. Was it you, Georgina? It was the night before last. Was it? Was it really? It was during the show, Debbie, yeah. Oh, look, I've slept since then. Don't expect me to remember. Oh, honestly, don't expect me to remember, because you can tell me one thing one day and I'll have forgotten it the next day. Oh, and that's my brain fog at minute, let me just tell you. Now, I'm not gonna carry on with any more, because I'm gonna keep it nice, quiet and simple. But what you can see now is that beautiful, and it's created that lovely see-through aperture, and it's just given it a pop of the colour just just running through there, and just by offsetting it slightly you can get that lovely little drop shadow effect as well. Gorgeous, gorgeous dies, and of course the wonderful thing about them is you can change up your sentiment to what you say. You could make batch making, you could do loads of these, Joe, and pop them in a box and sell them. Absolutely,
great idea.
Fantastic, gorgeous concept.
Really, really lovely. Let me run you through what you're getting again then. So you are going to get the tree and then each one of the creative cards. Now you can either cut the detail in or cut the whole topper out. It's up to you. And then you get the 3 different sentiments in each. You've got Merry Christmas there, along with Season's Greetings and Happy Holidays. The holly one will give you Deck the Halls, Jolly Holidays and 'Tis the Season. This here is your Snowflake, and that one is going to give you Let It Snow, Believe in the Magic and also Winter Wishes. And then lastly, this one is my favourite, this one. You're getting all 4 of them for that amazing price. Your Star will give you Peace on Earth, Joy to the World and Star of Wonder, which is absolutely awesome. So make sure you are grabbing those $39.20 or $52 as a Club Inspire Platinum member. Now talking of Club Inspire, why don't I share with you all the fantastic details of our club that we have here at Crafters Companion, and also all of the details on how we send our products out to you in the US.
The Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Oh, I'll pop that on there. Me tag's gone a bit wonky. Let me just pop that back through there. I want to share this with you. This is this week's hero tool. Now, every single Creative Cravings show always has a hero tool in it. The deal only lasts for 24 hours, and it's a product that we think every craft room deserves to have in it. And this week's is this here, and it is your Totally Tiffany binder that we're looking at. Now, let me show you. So, what you've got in here, really, really great quality firstly. You've got a shoulder strap that goes on here as well if you want it to. It's big as well. It's going to fit comfortably 12 by 12. I'll take you through this side just here first, what you've got in here. So you've got these elasticated, gusseted pockets. You're going to fit a whole host of different things in there. You've got your shoulder strap in here too. Somewhere to store your pens and your pencils as well. Then though, the brilliant bit about this is you've got this 3-ring binder. Now the 3-ring binder is actually removable. It's on a hook and loop. So it means that if you've got the Tiffany scrap rack already, you'll know how you can remove those in and out. And what it means, you can take this out and attach it to your scrap rack, and then the ones from your scrap rack vice versa will be able to go in here. So you've got all of that. You've got a really nice sized deep pocket on the outside of here as well. Let me just flip this over before I go through the organisational wallets for you, because then on the back of here, this is how those wallets are going to come to you, by the way. You've then got this really lovely deep pocket in here. So 12 by 12 papers, anything you want to store in there. Gemini plates will store in there beautifully as well. And we then have all different pockets. So I'll start off this size. You've got all differing sizes on here. So this one here is your 12 by 12. Really excellent for storing scrapbook page projects, any 12 by 12 papers that you've got left over. Then we move into this one here. Now this one's got, again, one large pocket, but they have such a variation. Can you see even down to this one here where you've got these tiny, is that on the other side? Where you've got these tiny little pockets. Is that? Sorry, I'm just going to put this down a second. No, there we go. I just couldn't get it open. Even down to these tiny little ones here. So any like little self-adhesive gems that you've got that you want to pop in here. Maybe you've got lots of our card making kits or hunky-dory kits where, you know, the toppers come out the carrier sheets. You can organise them all in here by occasion or by collection. It's completely up to you. This one here again, you see it's kind of hard for you to see. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets in this one. You've basically got a slot in here for everything you're going to want to store. It's going to be able to, you'll be able to see it all as well, which is awesome because obviously all of these are see-through, which is fantastic. Also great for storing finished projects. Maybe it's stamps and dies that you want to store in here. You've got the ability to do all of that. The other thing to note as well, that you know our magnetic sheets and our die storage sheets, Debbie, they're 3-ring binders, aren't they? This is also a 3-ring binder. So I might be wrong. Should we check? Should we just check something? Right, this is I think they call this a live demo in the industry, Debbie. Let me see if yeah, it might not, but I mean we'll have a go, won't we? It does fit, yeah. So you could actually, if you wanted to, buy some of our extra magnetic panels and they would actually fit in there as well, which is excellent. That means that the stamp storage ones will also fit in there as well, which is excellent. So maybe you can mix and match with your purple storage that you already have using this. The other great thing as well, do you know what it reminds me of? You know, like if you get someone around to measure up for curtains, Debbie, and they have like fabric samples in their big like swatch bags. It's like one of those big swatch bags. It's really, really beautiful quality. You've got the handle with shoulder strap, somewhere to clip your keys on the back of there as well, or your trolley token. It's just a really fantastic, well put together storage binder. If you want to go for it, you can. You've got a £10 or $10.50 saving on it tonight, $49.99 or $59.49 if you want to go for that one. Just there. Right, we're going to go for the purple storage. I'll show you the large and then I'll give you the details as well for the smaller one. Essentially they're the same. They are just in the 2 different sizes, either A4 or A5. Again, you've got really nice elasticated gusseted pockets in here. It's padded as well, so you know if you drop this, you're not going to damage it. And what we're also going to include for you is 6 sheets of the magnetic panels. Now, those big credit card dies, you see, there's a big credit card die there. If you pop it onto here, it just magnetizes on, which is excellent. So it means that you can store everything by collection, or you can store it by occasion. Maybe you're going to put all your butterflies on one particular one, as we've done here. It's just the perfect way to store them. And I'm thinking, Debbie, you know, if you look after your dies, they're going to last you forever, aren't they, if they're stored properly?
Yes, absolutely. And that's the reason why as well, it's a great idea having these, because do you know sometimes when you've got lots and lots of dies in the packages, Joe, it gets a little bit, not bulky, it's probably the wrong word that I'm looking for, but you know where you end up with more boxes than you actually need, where you've got on these
absolutely. You're
sheets,
using all that space to store the boxes.
Exactly, yes, and that's what I love about them. And you can create your own index as well, so you could write on, you could have like a little sheet on the front end, on the front inside panel on this plain piece, you could have an index of which page is on which one, so from 1, 2, 3, and you could number each one if you wanted to as well, so you know exactly where everything is. And of course then you can pop on as well in your ring binder. You can pop on the side panel so that when it's stored up against the shelf, you can read everything with these, so you know where everything is.
Yeah, I just think they are
Interchangeables.
Absolutely brilliant. And if you want to store your dies, you know, if you're going to invest in dies, I think absolutely you should ensure that you're going to store them in a way that means they're going to keep working for you for a really long time. That's the large one that you've got there, 6 sheets of the magnetic panels included. If you want to go for the smaller one, absolutely you can. We have both of those available for you. Details, slight price difference here on the smaller one, $14.99 and $14.95 is your price on those there. Right, we're going to now go and have a look, Debbie, at the embossing folders. Now, these are some some returning favourites. These are some from last year, the year before as well. They are on an amazing deal for you. So what you're going to receive in here is you're going to get Christmas centrepiece, little old tree, festive pine, twinkling snowflakes, deck the halls and rustic reef. They are coming together £18 or $27. Check out the platinum price there, $14.40 or $21.60. There's one separate one on its own, which is Joy to the World, which gives you that beautiful word and the detailing in there as well. That's $6.99 or $9.95 on its own if you want to get that one. But embossing folders are brilliant all year round, Debbie, but great if you want to create something quickly. And they're such a wow, aren't they?
They are, they do. They give that wow factor every single time because they turn a piece of cardstock, plain cardstock, inky cardstock, mirror cardstock, vellum, craft metal. There's so many mediums that you can emboss onto. And if you've ever watched Sarah or myself or any of the other team members, you can emboss onto materials as well, like leather and as daft as this sounds, funky foam and all those kind of things as well. So
Funky
there's lots
foam?
of yeah, funky foam. I call it funky foam. You know your foam. I call it funky foam. Where you can buy it in like 50p a sheet in your regular little craft stores and things like that. You
funky
can pick it
foam.
up.
I don't think I know funky foam.
I use it all the time. It's the kids. It's because it's in kids section. It's the kids foam, and it does work really, really well. So not only can you die cut into it, you can actually emboss on it as well. So there's lots of things that you can do with an embossing folder, and like I said, there's lots of techniques out there. But I thought I'd go back to a kind of a not a basic, but kind of something that's an easy, achievable one that you can do. Now, if you've never, you don't know about embossing folders, these are a plastic folder that have patterns in. And I said patterns, this one is Deck the Halls. These are going to be perfect for your Christmas crafting because they're going to make things really, really easy. Now, some are 3D, some are standard. And I'm just going to bring this in for a second so I can show you what I mean by that, Joel. So if I bring in one of the other ones that are in the collection, we have got what we call a standard embossing folder. So first things first, you'll be able to visibly see the difference. If I hold them up there, you can visibly see that this one is thinner, this one is thicker. So for a standard embossing folder, you've got one level of embossing detail. So you've got what we call a raised side and a recessed side. So this is the bit that pushes up and sits into the recessed side that creates that 3D effect or 2D effect that embosses. Okay, so that's a regular embossing folder. With a 3D one, visibly, not only you can see the difference, you can feel the difference. So this one is a lot more raised, and you'll feel that one side's raised again, so this one's the raised, and this one's got the indentations in. And these are absolutely gorgeous. And again, the raised part pushes through the cardstock into the recessed side and gives you that gorgeous fit. So if you ever are using pattern cardstocks, I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. So I've got a piece of cardstock that I've already inked. Now I did use, and I was going to do it, but I'm thinking, look at the time, we need a little bit of, I think we may need, because I've got loads more demonstrations planned, but I made this background using these two colours, which is Crushed Velvet and Midnight, and simply used my dabbers, ink applicators, whatever it is you want to call them, onto the cardstock, and then did the faux bleach technique where you splash the water on to create that background. Lots and lots of tutorials on the website as well about how to create that. But what I'm trying to get across here is if you are using something with a patterned or a print and you want to emboss into it, you're going to pop it against the side that is the raised side, because that's going to push through now that cardstock. If you were to do it the other way around, you'll get the deboss effect. Nothing wrong with the deboss effect, can I just say, but if you're going for that true embossing detail, that's the way that you would search for it. Feel that raised, pop it down where it's going to push through that pattern cardstock and place that in there. Now there is a difference between 3D and regular. Regular embossing folders require the two cutting plates for a regular embossing folder. For a 3D embossing folder, we change that combination up. So we bring out one cutting plate, we pop our folder in with our chosen material, we then bring in our magnetic sheet and pop that onto the top, and lastly the plastic shim to act as the top part. And the reason we don't do it the other way around is because this is soft. It's got that pliable to it. If you put that in and then it goes through your machine with the rollers, you're going to make some indentations on it and possibly ruin your mat. So always make sure it's a hard surface that's on the top, which is why it's the only time we ask you to change up your combination when it comes to a 3D. And also, one other word of advice, and I'm only saying this, Joe, because I've done it myself, because the first time I got a 3D embossing folder, Debbie didn't listen, didn't read anything, didn't do, she thought she knew what she was doing, and popped my metal shim on the top.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, metal and metal.
No.
Metal and metal. I just saw it curled at the other end as it was coming out. And I was like, uh-oh. So definitely don't use your metal shim on the top. It's your plastic shim, okay?
Absolutely.
Right. That was just to clear that little bit up there, Joe. Just for anybody new who's never used a 3D embossing folder, and if you're going for that fabulous deal tonight, that's the difference between the two. But I'm hoping to get some more demos in with some techniques and things like that.
Teresa's asking if you can put ink straight onto the embossing folder, Debbie.
Yes, you can. Now, that's one of the techniques that I'm going to show you later. We're going to do a letterpress technique, and we're going to do it on both sides so you can see the difference between an embossed and a debossed side as well. And showing you as well different inks that you can use in your embossing folders. So I've now got, and at the moment you're probably thinking, I can see something, but I can't quite see. Can you read it a little bit there?
Deck the halls.
Oh, Joe, very good eyesight there.
Oh, I know. I'm deaf as a post, but my eyes are good.
Well, you can see it on the other side, which is the recess. I call the deboss side, so it goes into it. But we're going to bring it to life because I've got some of my favourites on the show.
Oh, gilding wax. Now, have we got gilding waxes on the shows, or have I made this up?
No, I think that they're
they are
definitely on the show. Yeah, they're definitely on the show. And I'm just going to choose a couple of golds for this one. So I've got Empire Gold, and I've also got, is this King Gold or is it Renaissance? It might be King Gold. We've got Renaissance Gold.
So on the in the bundle you get gold, King Gold, and Renaissance Gold, £30 or $42, and you can use a Club Inspired discount, of course. Don't forget also, we're going to be putting another name up on Sarah's Nice List in the next hour, and someone will be winning £75 or dollars at least worth of amazing crafty prizes. And there's even a few of the creations from our team in there as well. You know, some of the handmade projects that we've done in the shows in there too, Debbie. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's a lovely idea. Oh, I really like that idea. I just thought it were prizes they were winning, Joe. Yeah. Now, gilding wax. Can we go back to the gilding wax, if I may?
We can.
Absolutely gorgeous stuff. It's a beauty. It's oil-based as well, so it's got that lovely soft texture to it. And it's absolutely beautiful. When I say soft, you'll notice the difference between this to our water-based ones. Pebbio is just a quality class when it comes to gilding waxes, because these were initially used for things like furniture and your wooden frames, you know, those kind of things, but we've brought it into crafting, and they look amazing onto things like embossed folders and embossed, you know, where you can emboss, because they simply pick up. Look at the detail now, you can really start to read that, and I'm mixing the two together and I'm going to go over. Now I'm using my middle finger here and just running that across the raised area, and you can see how it picks that up really beautifully. You can go in quite heavy if you want as well. This is it, you know, it's up to you. I prefer the method of adding it in lightly and then building it up, but there is nothing to stop you from going in quite, you know, giving it a good rub over, and it doesn't make a difference whether you go light or dark. It's entirely up to you, but my own personal preference is I start off lighter and then I can add more, because it is a personal thing, this one, when it comes to gilding waxes. And again, I'm just going over and I'm just picking up where that raised element is.
Kelly Grant says, whenever I emboss, wrong question. Here we go. Oh, this is it. Gail Barrett. I use a Sharpie to mark my embossing folders when I purchase them, and I put a 2 or a 3 on so I know whether they're a 2D or a 3D without having to think about it.
Clever
Very good idea.
Yeah, that is a fabulous idea. I used to write E and D on mine. So E for embossing, D for debossing. So I knew which was which.
Okay.
That's what I used to write on mine, but I own way too many now and I've just completely stopped. And I just feel it with my fingers. I just run my fingers straight across, feel where raised it is, and then I know I'm onto a good one. So literally now, all I'm doing, Joe, is just giving a little bit of a titivation around all these little areas, because
Nice.
the lovely thing about this embossing folder is not only does it give you the Christmas word deck the halls, you've got the baubles or the Christmas ornaments, you've got little stars, you've got garlands and things like that on there, which is just amazing. And again, I absolutely love these. And the difference that this makes is just absolutely fabulous. It really, really is. And you can see that, Joe. Look how gorgeous that's already looking.
Lots of questions coming in tonight, which is lovely. Marcia says, so which embossing folders would you use the purple embossing mat with, or is that for something else?
That's for something else completely.
Okay.
So the purple embossing mat on the machine is for embossing dies. So dies that have got an element of embossed features is when you use your purple rubber mat. And we again have got tutorials on the website. If you go and check that out, and it'll tell you and explain. And if you've got your booklet, it also explains in there too. So for some of your dies, and I was just thinking if the Interchangeable have got a section in them. I don't think they have. I don't think they've got an embossed
The
feature.
interlace ones that we had on yesterday, for instance, they
Perfect.
emboss beautifully.
Yes, so perhaps watch back on Zara's show, because she probably, I'm
She
assuming
did
that she
indeed.
used it.
I think sometimes viewers maybe find it a little bit confusing, especially if they're new, Debbie's, because we have heat embossing,
Yeah.
embossing,
Yeah.
and then we emboss our dies as well.
Yes.
And heat embossing is totally different to the other two.
Yeah.
But they are different things, aren't they?
It's completely different things, so that was a really good question to ask. In fact, it was an absolute fabulous question to ask, because some people do think that you use your purple embossing mat for your embossing folders, and you don't. The only things that you need to remember is if it's a as if it's a
2D.
2D or 3D. I'm going to call it triple D. I don't even know why we're going to call it triple D.
Double D, triple D.
3D embossing. Oh, brain fog, wrong words, all the D's, all the G's. Yep, Marusa Georgina, I'm getting my words all mixed up today. Oh.
That looks beautiful. Almost looks like craft metal now, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it just gives it a really lovely finish. And when you buff it off, is that the right word?
Yep.
Buffing it up. Is that right?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, it just gives that lovely shiny sheen to it. That's it. Whew.
To shiny sheen, hush hush, shiny shine.
Now you can use a rag. You've seen Jan's dirty rag, haven't you? A pillowcase, her old pillowcase, it's her old rag. She won't mind.
Heavy.
I sometimes think I should think before I engage brain and mouth, but tissue is probably another good one.
Yeah.
Kitchen roll.
You could use a
old
cloth, is that
rags.
what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, use a
that's
cloth.
what I'm trying to say, Joe. That's what I'm trying to say. But now it's ready to go on too, and I'm going to bring in now some of our luxury gold mirror cards.
Nice.
I might just need to no, I think that fits absolutely perfect. I thought I'd measured it right. So I'm going to pop on now some tacky glue. So let's pop this on. And again, just by adding, I mean, sometimes we overthink things when it comes to embossing folders, and we really don't need to. They work, and I mean, honestly, these are just beautiful. This is just an inky background. You could do it with any colours. And again, I did use the full bleaching technique where you just literally splash water, because these are water reactive, and it does mean that they react with water. But look at that, an inky background and a bit of gilding wax. And you've got your Christmas card nearly all but done. I mean, how incredible does that look? And why have I got stuck to my mats? Hang on a minute. Oh, there we go. I think I might have to give this a little bit of a clean afterwards, Joe, because it's looking a tad mucky. Now, when I pop in now, I've used some, do you know, Joe, I think this was my Sarah's signature. Enchanted
Snowflake?
Forest.
Oh, Enchanted
I think
Forest.
it might be Enchanted Forest, this that I used. Yeah, I think it could be Enchanted Forest. Trying to remember, Joe, I tell you, I'm going to start writing things down better. But it's one from my paper pads, and I know that you guys, just as much as I do, love our paper pads and paper collections, Christine, and and she does. She likes that.
She really does.
Did you see a picture the other week?
No.
She put a picture on. She shared a picture with all the paper pads.
How many were there?
Loads. She's not exaggerated.
shelves?
There was shelves upon shelves upon shelves of paper pads. Absolutely humongous collection. She does like a
Bigger
paper
than
pads.
yours?
I'll tell you that after I finish my craft.
Okay, we'll have to wait for the after. Pamela
Yeah.
says a microfiber cloth works great for buffing, apparently.
Oh yeah, do you know what? I use that at home? That's what I've got at home, my my Peekaboo box. I've got a microfiber cloth. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But yes, Jan's rag, producer Georgina, it's her old pillowcase that she used to sleep on many moons ago and works
She
just
doesn't
as
sleep on
well.
it now.
Just works just as well, it really does.
She's here tomorrow with me for a launch
She
day.
is. I bet she gets a rag out to use in one of the shows because she's got stencils.
Yes,
She's
I'm
got
sure she will.
embossing folders.
And no doubt she's got embossing folders, so she'll be getting her gilding wax out, and no doubt she'll need to buff it up.
No, thank you. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be getting it out. Honestly, she will, because she goes everywhere with it. She absolutely goes everywhere with it. I'm just taking a big hole.
Diana says, Debbie, tell us what you use to clean your glass mat, please.
Oh, I will do indeed. I'll show you in a moment, but can I just show you now?
Yeah.
All I've added is a bowl, because I don't need to add anything else, because the embossing folder literally does everything I need it to do and says exactly what I want it to say for my Christmas card. So yeah, absolutely fabulous, beautiful. And in answer to that question on how I clean my glass
Do you want
mats,
to show us? Why don't you show us cleaning your mat? Why don't we watch you clean your
What
mucky
was
mat?
that?
Well, watch you clean it.
I would, but do you know,
You got no stick away.
no, someone's pinched me stick away.
Oh, I'll get you one.
Have you got me some stick away? Oh, and I'll show you how I clean my mat. Thank you very much. It's just that Producer Georgina, tell that naughty Adam to behave himself in my ear. Here's a little monkey. He is. Joe, where have you gone for this? Spray?
Oh, I think I've found some. Here we go, stick away. I
He's
found one in
rummaging
here.
around in John's drawers.
I'm rummaging in John's
That's
drawers.
what he's doing. He's having a good old rummage, aren't you? Thank you very much. And I'll show you, because this product is one of my hero tools. I love this stuff. It's absolutely incredible, and it's called Stick Away. Brand new.
Can you pop that in the bin?
I
as well?
will do. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But this is how I clean my glass mat. And simply give it a good shake, and then you're going to spray this over the top of your glass mat. There you go. You're going to leave it for roughly around, well, up to about 30 seconds.
Okay.
And it does tell you all this on the back of your tin as well, so it gives you little instructions on how to use it. But it's definitely one of my hero tools. And I'm going to bring back
it's in stock in the UK at the moment, last time I
It's only
looked.
what, sorry?
It's in stock, but UK only last time I looked.
Okay, yep, I understand, because it's the aerosol thing, isn't it? That yeah. So once you've let that soak in for about 30 seconds, and that's probably roughly what's happened now, is you just take a cloth and you simply wipe over, and it literally just takes all of the gunk and the mess and all the glue gubbins.
Do you know what it's
it
really
takes
good
that off
for?
as
I've
well.
used it for. You know when you put like car stickers in your window on your
Yes,
car for like,
yeah.
I don't know, if you go to a concert or a festival or something, and then you have to take it away and you're left with all that paper and mess in the window
Yeah.
and all that adhesive. This gets rid of that in seconds.
And can I tell you, Joe, that's exactly what we did at Chesterfield. When we were in Chesterfield and we first opened, we obviously had lots of stickers all over the windows. That was the best thing since sliced bread in getting off all those sticky residues and anything dirty. And now look how clean my mat is. That is how I clean my mats at home. And exactly why, because I do like a clean surface to work from. I'm not going to tell fibs. At home, that's the one thing I do insist on. So yes, there you go. Embossing folders and the clean-up as well.
We've got some questions coming in about just generally about embossing. Kelly Grant says, whenever I emboss, whether it's 2D or 3D, the cardstock puckers sometimes. Is that normal, and how can I stop it happening?
Yes, you can. So that's a very good question. So to stopping the puckering, if that's the right word.
It is.
Yep. Whenever I use a 3D embossing folder, obviously you'll have seen me just do it now because I've used my Gemini Junior plates into my larger Gemini. However, if I was using my larger plates, Whenever I use this, I do not place it that way into my cardstock.
Right.
I turn it, and especially if I'm using my bigger ones, my bigger my bigger plates, I put 2 in at a time.
Okay.
And that will stop that puckering. It's just giving it, don't ask me why, but when you turn it that way, it tends to ripple the cardstock, and I think it's just the way it's been designed to go. Make sure that you make full use of your plates. If you're using your Gemini Junior, you're going to be doing it sideways anyway, and it stops that. As you noticed, there was no puckering on my cardstock at all whatsoever. So I hope that answered the question there. So just make sure you place it going that way into your machine.
If it does pucker, could you put it under something heavy, like a book or something, for a bit? Would it flatten it out or not really? Or would it flatten the embossing?
Yeah, you're going to flatten your embossing. So on the answer to that one, for me, it would be a no, because you'll flatten your embossing.
Okey-doke. Well, any other questions you've got about anything, get them into us. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. Remember as well that one of you lucky lot is going to go up on Sarah's nice list, and the way you get on there is by leaving us a question or a comment, or you can tell us anything you want really over on our social media channels, Crafters TV on Facebook, and then of course Crafters Companion over on YouTube. Just to recap then exactly what you're getting in that embossing folder collection, they are some of your most popular previous festival launches. Oh, am I right, mucky pup? Look, I left me my folders there. So here they are, all 6 of them in there for you. You've got in there, remember, your Christmas centerpiece, Little Old Tree, Festive Pine, Twinkling Snowflakes, Deck the Halls, and Rustic Reef, all in there for you as well. £18 or $27. Now we've got a multi-buy on Centura pearlescent cardstock for you. 10 packs here available. It does have the most amazing shine on this. So you can go for, it's 4 for £10 or for $14. Pale silver, pale gold, copper, green gold, the rose gold, or the white gold. It's completely up to you. Oh, did you want me to go slow? Should we do it again, Adam? You can go for pale silver. You can go for the copper. You can go for the white gold. There's the rose gold or the green gold. I like the rose gold though, I don't know about you. Almost as much as I like the pale gold. Up to you, let me know what you like to go for. They're all there for you, 4 for £10 or $14 if you'd like to go for those. Let's go back to the Peekaboos, because you guys have been absolutely loving these. Remember, 2 different options for you. You can go for this one, it's the 2 dies on their own, without the arches in there, and what you get is the little snowman with all those sentiments. You've got the dies in there that cut the character and the word out. The characters and the words are all interchangeable, I would add as well. Then you've got the robin in there too, again with all the sentiments. So that's your first one. Is that a penguin? Sorry, that is a penguin. Oh, I just misspecied that penguin. You got the Peekaboo penguin in there. So that's the first one. You get the second one for £2 in that bundle. I know, brilliant value, right? Or you can go for the second collection. Now the second collection does include the window arches. These are those, and they give you 2 different style of arch. So you can see this one's a squarer one with Santa. I love that you've got the inside and the outside there as well. And then you've got the more rounded one, which is that one you can see there with the little reindeer. We've also got in here the bear, and you've got that's a robin. There's your robin in there as well. 1918, 2628. Don't forget, you've got the ability to get double points across absolutely everything. Loads of you still chatting away. Great card, says Teresa. Susan says Debbie is full of giggles today. She's been full of giggles all week. Carol Coe says, woohoo, just received notification. Crafters are delivering to me tomorrow. Amazing. Gail says, I love Crafters Companion products and the inspiration from the whole team on how to use them. Eileen asks, is a Centura paper or cardstock? Absolutely, definitely a cardstock. 310 GSM, which is kind of a good all-round weight, isn't it, Debbie?
What was that, sorry?
300.
I'm so sorry, Joe. I'm trying to find my holidays. It's disappeared.
Oh no, holidays aren't coming, it turns out. Centura Pearl, I was saying, it's definitely a card weight, 310 GSM, so a good all-round weight.
Absolutely perfect for die cutting, perfect for construction, boxes, card bases, lots and lots of different uses for it, and the most beautiful pearlescent finish, that lovely super shine onto it. You can also actually emboss it, and you can use your letterpress techniques over them as well, and you can colour with it as well. A lot of people don't know that, but you can do that. So yeah, it's just glorious. I love Centura Pearl, top when it comes to me using cardstock. It's right up there with other favourites.
Amazing. Definitely get your hands on that. Darla Jean was asking, can the embossing folders be used in the MIDI? Absolutely, of course they can. Yes, so you've got all the plates that you need to enable you to do that. Keep getting your questions in. Remember, I'm going to be diving back into my stocking before the end of the show. We're pulling out a bauble or a cracker. I think we might have to have a cracker tonight. I'm getting a bit low on baubles, Debbie. So we might have to have a cracker tonight.
A cracker then, Joe. We've got to
I think there might be some baubles down the. Oh, actually, the baubles are just falling a bit further down. Let me just have a rummage.
I bet they've gone into that bottom bit of the stocking.
In the toe.
I bet they're in the toe.
Oh, they are.
That bit. They'll be in there.
They're in there.
There we
the
go.
toe. Right. I don't need you, Debbie needs you.
Oh, it's all right, but I need you to go over there, John. So yeah, I know it's terrible, but I do.
What do you need, Debbie?
I need the polar bear.
She needs a polar bear.
Somebody's put Mary.
I want to be a polar bear.
Was it that Craig? Was it that Craig?
I want to be a polar bear. Yes, I do.
Was Craig here this morning with them? Because they've all been mixed up.
I mean, we've well and truly broken that fourth wall tonight, haven't we, Debbie?
I want John.
Sorry?
Did you say I want John?
No, I said we've really broken that fourth wall today. Why would I say I want John?
I thought you said I want John again. I thought I do want John again.
Again?
Have we got the right one? Is it me? There we go.
It's there.
But that's not the same look. Mary. Someone's put Mary in. You see.
Should we pop a little VT? Let's have a quick break. Here's how you can shop. Oh, hang on, it's not ready. Sorry. All right, Adam. Anyway, there we go. We're gonna go.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
All the details there on exactly how you can shop. Right, Debbie, I believe, is ready to go.
I am indeed, because John has come to the rescue yet again. It's been absolutely fabulous. So thank you very much, John, for sorting our chaos out. Right, so I'm going to use the polar bear for this one, and I'm not using the window arches this time. I thought, show you a different way that you can use these, because this is fabulous.
Apparently it was Craig.
Was it Craig?
In the comments. Kelly says they were mixed up this morning.
Yeah.
Della says it was Craig because the other one didn't fit. And Craig had issues this morning too. Jolly was missing. There you go, Craig's fault. I didn't say it, Craig, if you're watching, it was the viewers.
We'll blame him. So what I have done this time is I've got myself a card blank. Now I've given this an unusual shape because I've gone with 5.5 inches by 6. This is the beauty about card making. You can make whatever size card you want. But what I've done, Joe, is I've put myself a little pencil mark, two inches up. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my holiday, and I'm going to use my polar bear, and I'm going to use this to line this up. Now I'm going to make sure that I've got this stuck down one end. I've got the bear and the holiday, the white of the holiday touching each other, almost like, well, to the point of kissing. That's what the way that you're looking at it is that you're popping it on and you're going to hold it down again with low tack tape so it doesn't move, and then we're going to place the other bit of low tack tape just down onto the other end. Now I'm going to open this up because I only want to cut through one part of the card, so I've opened it up, and with that in mind I shall bring in my Gemini Junior plates again because we can position it where it sits over, and then I'm going to just run now through my thin metal die. And what this is going to do, without the use of the window archers, it's going to give me a different way of using it and cut across around the bottom part of my card. And again, that's the beauty of these dies and these stamp sets. They can be used in multitude of ways, and that is why I just think, for especially the price that they're on it today, you know, I think we've got mucky plates. It's a good job I'm cutting this away. I'm going to have to give those plates a bit of a clean, Joe, because they're marking my... I must have got something dirty under... Oh, there we go, look. There we are. We moved it.
Oh, a happy ending.
Yeah, a happy ending. But what this does now is creates me something a little bit different as well, which I like the idea that it, you know, you can get different uses out of your dies and stamps. So I'm just going to pop this onto here. Now that is now cut through. Can you see the holiday part and the bear part, the polar bear part? But I just want to release it from the card. So I'm going to trim this down here and across here. So I'm going to bring in the larger scissors for this one. And then all I'm going to do is snip across there, and you use that line as well. Do you know the line that I put on? And then I'm going to just snip down the spine of the card, or the crease line of the card. Let's just snip that all the way down to the centre. There we go.
Julie's saying these Peekaboos are so cute. They really are. They were very popular. I think it was last year we launched them, wasn't it? The festive ones. I know the everyday one's been around a little while longer than that, but they certainly weren't at anywhere near these kind of prices. They were very, very busy, so absolutely snap them up. I think, you know, both of these collections, incredible value, or whichever ones you are going for. And I think they're just really fun. I think the other great thing about them as well, yes, you could do them in Peekaboo style. Technically, they're an edgeable, Debbie, aren't they? So I guess you could do anything with them. The Z folds, over the top cards, all those different things we do with edgeables.
And that's exactly what I've created here, an edgeable feature, but in the centre part of my card.
Nice.
Right, so that's that little bit done, Joe. So now we've got, again, the stamps. And again, each one of these are exactly the same. You have the front head, you have the back part, and then you have all the sentiments where you can then use with your word. So already it's the holiday. So for this one, we've got a bit of spreading a little holiday, and then you can put cheer. May your holiday... Oh, let's have a think. What would we put? Have a wonderful holiday. We could put that on there. May your holiday be filled with fun. So you can interchange what it is that you want to say. So again, for that reason, there's a lot of good reasons why you use that. Now again, I'm going to pop on here. Now I have already used again some of my cardstock. Again, I've just used it. I've popped it onto some of the lilac Centura pearl on here, and I've just touched it up with a little bit of crushed velvet, the water reactive. I've just given it a little touch around the edges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that onto the bottom part. Okay, so we're going to use that again. Let's just pop that onto there, and then literally, if you think about all the different papers that you have in your Christmas collection, yeah, exactly. And we're going to make that pop a little bit more, Joe, because we're going to put one in the back part as well. So I'm just going to fit that onto the backdrop there. Perfect. And again, I'm going to use my wet glue, because my wet glue will give me the wiggle time to get it into place before it dries.
Any tips, Debbie, that you can give for people nervous about colouring these? That's our lovely Rachel, our social media superstar, that's asked that.
If you are for colouring, and it depends on what you've got. I mean, personally, I've said this many a time, and I'm just going to say this, tri-blends are a great one to have, because you've got that same colour blend family in one. But if you're a little bit scared of colouring, why not try some pencils first and just colouring with some pencils? We've got beautiful wax based pencils. I noticed quite recently they were on at a fabulous price.
I think they might still be on that half price deal on the website.
And you get like 24 pencils in a gorgeous presentation tin, and then you can have a little play around with colour. If alcohol pens scare you, don't let them scare you. We've got lots of tutorials, lots of Colour Me Happy shows that you can go back and watch. But don't be scared, because can I tell you something else? These are little. These are dinky little stamps.
It's very quick, aren't they, to colour?
Very quick to colour, absolutely quick to colour, and they really are really beautiful. And I just gain that little bit of confidence, have a play, stamp a few images out, colour a few in, get the kids involved and the grandkids involved, and they'll love it, they really will. Now, you can see straight away now it's starting to come to life. However, my holiday's blending in a little bit in the background, Joe. So what I did was I used my holiday word again, but I used some of the gorgeous, I call it the deep purple. And I used that deep purple. I literally just placed it through my die cutting machine and snipped it out at the end, because all I'm going to do now, and the difference that it makes when you attach it on, it just pops to life. It literally comes to life. So I'm just going to bring in my fine tip applicator for this bit. Again, I've dried up a little bit at end here, Joe. It's really warm in this studio, isn't it? It's
not so bad tonight. It's cooler tonight than it has been.
Do you think it is?
It's much cooler outside tonight as well than it has been the last few nights. The problem is, Debbie, at the moment, it isn't really getting any... So it's 21 degrees outside now. It isn't really going to get any cooler this evening. And it's been very sticky, isn't it, the last couple of nights? Yeah,
and I know that we've got it hot here, but I know our lovely American friends, some of them have got it sweltering, absolutely sweltering.
33 degrees in London today, 30 degrees in Manchester, 35 apparently in parts of Wales, the southern parts of Wales today. So very, very hot. I know a lot of people have been having very extreme weather as well in the US, haven't they? So I hope you're keeping it nice and cool over there. In Europe, of course, they've been having some awful flooding as well. So we send our thoughts to our European friends that might be affected by that. Rachel points out it's very humid. It really is very, very humid, Rachel.
Yep, it absolutely is. It is really humid. I've got the windows wide open, sleeping with next to nothing on, because it's the only way I can keep cool. Sorry, I'll just say as it is. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm not going to pretend that I sleep with an nightie, because I'm not. I just sleep there, literally. And on the top of my covers too, Joe. I don't know about you. Yeah. It's Debbie, the only way to cool down.
Honestly.
It is. It's the only way to cool down.
I hope you don't get burgled.
Well, no.
I hope you've got the chain on.
The chain definitely is on. You know me, Joe. You know me. The minute I won't go into house, the chain goes
the chain
on.
Basically, we have like in the UK house. I don't know if it's the same in the US. Have security chains, don't they?
Yes.
A little chain that you can put on the door so you can open it and see who's there before you commit to opening the door.
Yeah, absolutely. My chain's always on. Now then, all I'm going to do, Joe, is because you've seen me doing the stamping for the first demo that I did, I've just repeated it again. So I've literally, and the reason being because of that colouring. So I've stamped one of the front ends out. I've used that die again around the top part of his head, and then just took my little snippy scissors to cut around the bottom part.
Perfect.
And exactly the same with the back part of him. So that lovely back part stamp there. Stamp that up, and then literally have a play around with your colours. My personal choice, I do love my tri-blends. I am a big lover of tri-blends because I can get that blend of colour. But don't be scared of colouring. Just try any colouring medium to get the result that you want. Now literally, do you know what we have, producer Georgina? We've got some fabulous, I'm so glad you mentioned that.
The illustrators, yeah.
Well, I'll go with aquatic.
Nice.
The aquatic, because you've got some beautiful colours in here.
You've got different colour options there, 4 pieces for you. You've got verdant, vintage, aquatic, botanical, verdant's gone, fiery, natural and stylish as well.
And these are fabulous alcohol markers. They are absolutely beautiful. Now, in this particular set, you've got what we call from the blue turquoise family. You've got BT5 and BT2. And then you've got your true blue. Oh, what's the best? That's a song then. True blue. Family of TB2 and TB4. The lovely thing about these are dual tipped alcohol mark pens, where you have got the most gorgeous, beautiful brush nibs, and I'm just going to bring in a spare bit of cardstock just to show you what I mean. You have your fine tip, and then you have your beautiful, and I mean beautiful, your lovely brush tip marker, and these are absolutely fabulous. Again, you can do lots and lots of things with these. These are just perfect for colouring and perfect for your little images. So if I just move this on for a second, oops, I've got my little instructions there. Let me turn that over this side. Put that there we go. And then all I'm going to do is colour this in. Now again, like I said, you're just going to have a little play with these, Joe. I'm going to go in with my brush, and because you can get into those nooks and crannies. And a lovely, I absolutely adore our alcohol markers. They're just exquisite. Spectrum Noir, great big family now. We've got lots and lots of different mediums on there, from tri-blends to colour blends to aqua markers to sparkle inks to glitter markers. The list goes on and on and on, doesn't it, Joe? We've got loads on there.
Katie's letting me know that in Cooper PD in Australia, they literally live underground in the rock because it's so insanely hot. It's a large opal mining area. I haven't been there, but I've seen pictures of it, yeah. Cooper PD.
Wow.
Yeah. It's also, they stop there. Have you seen Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, Debbie?
No, I haven't,
film?
no.
No, some of it's set there. Rachel Rogers says it was so hot last night. Had the fan on, but it was blowing hot air around. The window was wide open. I don't do well with UK heat. Why is it heat in the UK feels like it's twice as hot as the heat when you're on holiday? If it was 28 degrees and we was on the Costa Brava sipping a pina colada, Debbie, we wouldn't have any issue with it whatsoever, would we?
No, exactly,
I think
we wouldn't.
It is maybe more humid in the UK than it is when we are abroad. Maybe it's because we're not laid on a beach. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe it's because, like our lovely Adam said there, we're working. So that's probably why.
But actually, do you know what? I actually think it's nicer being at work when it's as hot as it is now. When it gets like to 30 or more, Debbie, in the UK, because it's quite humid, you can't really be out and about in it, or it's not that comfortable, is it? So it's nicer to be at work in the aircon than at home with no air conditioning.
Exactly, absolutely, and it is glorious. Where John is in the outside part, it's just beautiful because it's got loads. I love it sitting in there. It's absolutely fabulous. Just wish we would have it in here. That's why I've got doors clanked up and we're trying to get a little bit there. Now, literally, all you do is have a little play, and I have literally, I mean, would you call that colouring? I mean, honestly, it's just fabulous, but it's so easy to achieve. Now, when I am going to put this on, I am going to pop on my front part. Do you know what you could do, Joe? You could have him doing the other way, the opposite way if you wanted. You could have him peeking through that side. Are you all right there, Joe?
No, I'm not.
What's going on? I can see this strange look over your face.
I've just been informed that there is aircon being powered in tomorrow, Debbie.
Excuse me?
Here. Is that right, Adam? Actual aircon. It's going to be coming through those vents in the back up there.
Now that is going to please Jan immensely because Jan's like me, gets a little bit hot. Bless her. And she was saying to me, "What's it like in studio, Debs?" I said, "Well, I'm not going to lie, it's a bit warm." What a lucky day for Jan.
Ah, Jan Day tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've had it installed just for Jan, apparently, I'm hearing.
Excuse me?
We've had it installed just for Jan. Oh yeah, just for Jan, it's been installed. Illustrators are my favourite markers, says Mary Beth. Cynthia says, are illustrators alcohol markers?
Yes.
They are, Debbie, aren't they? And it's fair to say they're probably like the top of the tree when it comes to our alcohol markers. Would you agree?
They are absolutely top of the tree. The illustrators are just fantastic. And they're for anybody from beginners to experienced crafters. They're absolutely fantastic. And they are proper top of the game. Artist quality pens at craft affordable prices, I like to say, because they are fantastic. Now, what is also fantastic are these beautiful, gorgeous Peekaboo sentiments. So I'm going to pop wishing you joy this holiday. I've added myself I've used one of the poinsettias. And I'm just going to pop my poinsettia on.
I think Lord Adam's winding us up, you know.
Do you think he is?
I think he's pulling our leg.
Oh, is he? Oh, I got right excited.
Oh.
Is he telling us the truth?
There you go, he's saying it's true.
He says he's telling us the truth. I am going to believe our Adam. Our Adam would not tell us fibbies. He would not tell us fibs. So I can't wait. So that means when I come back, I think, oh my God, it's going to be amazing, isn't it, with all that aircon? How fantastic is that? And then when I just going to finish this off, I've added a little bit of twine just into the bottom corner. And again, let's just pop that on with my little gem. And I'm just going to trim that off for a second. And I'll show you now. Again, let's just pop that just down there. There we go. So what you've got now, Joe, is a different way of using them without the window arches, but you've still got that beautiful peekaboo element. So you can see him peeking over there. And like I said, you could interchange it if you wanted to. You could have had him with his head poking that way and his back on the other side. But how beautiful are these? Choose your colouring medium, choose your papers, design your cards, but you could be making them in a different way. So that's two different ways, one with the window arches, one without, using them as an edgeable at the bottom of your card. So I hope you agree there's lots of ways that you can use these.
Yeah, so many different ways. Let me recap what's in the larger collection, where you also get the window arches, you get Santa, the reindeer, you're going to get the bear in there, and the robin too. That's the larger collection. There is a smaller collection. Are you ready? Do you want to get this? Are you? Let me try and get that out, Debbie. Should we do a demo of the show, Debbie?
Oh, is it that time?
It's that time already, yeah.
Oh no.
Then you've got a smaller collection here where you get the penguin and the snowman. Essentially, you're paying £2 and a penny for the extra one. So definitely ready to do that. So you've got your snowman there, and you've also got the penguin there as well, which is excellent. Right, demo of the show then, Debbie.
Right, so I'm going to bring in the order that I did them. So let me just do this the right way. So where we started was, we started with our interchangeables. Oh, hang on a minute, I've got sticky tape stuck all over me. Oh, sorry, yes, you are right. So sorry, you are right. Right, scrap that, rewind, we'll edit that out later. Right, number one. The Peekaboo Snowman. So this is number one, and Peekaboo
gorgeous
through the window arches. Number one, snow. Number two, let it snow. And this is the interchangeable one there, where we've used that to create that panel, as well as the cutting through into the see-through card. So that's number two. Number three was the embossing folder, which is with the gilding wax and the background there, so you can see number three. And then last, number four. Number four is the gorgeous Peekaboo, but in a different way, where you can create
Peekaboo.
Yeah, Peekaboo, Peekaboo. So that's number four. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's down to you.
Get voting. Right, let me just share with you, we're going to go back to the Interchangeables to finish the show, because they are so busy. Your favourite item of the show this evening. Remember what you've got in here as well. One of these should be $24.99. You're getting all three collections for £49. So it's a half price deal, which is awesome. So you've got your tree here, which is Merry Christmas, Season's Greetings and Happy Holidays. You've also got the holly, which has Deck the Halls, Jolly Holidays and 'Tis the Season. You've then got the snowflake, which is Let It Snow, Believe in the Magic and Winter Wishes. And finally that star, which I love. I just love how much movement there is in that particular one. Star of Wonder, Joy to the World, and also Peace on Earth in there too. Let me remind you of some of the most popular items you've seen so far this evening. Those embossing folders still continue to be very busy. Some of your all-time favourite previous releases are in there, £18 or $27. That hero tool, you just need to decide which colour you'd like it in. Black, purple or turquoise. It is amazing for organising and really brilliant, especially if you're crafting on the go. You're going to love that. We've also got the die and stamp storage folders, small one here with 2 packs of magnetic panels for you. There is a larger one as well, A5 or A4, $19.99, $24.95 if you want to get your hands on that one just there. That's it. We're going to go back to creator cards. As soon as I get a result for demo of the show, we'll get the demo of the day vote started as well. Don't forget, in the next 15 minutes, someone else is going to be earning their place up on Sarah's nice list as well. Will it be you? The only way you'll, well, you've got to be in it to win it. Get your comments into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube. Debbie.
We're going to start with, I'm going to do the holly one, I love this one. And again, the interchangeable part is there. So you've got the holly die, absolutely gorgeous. Whenever you're using this, just be mindful.
Show's number one, Debbie, I'm coming
Number one, the snowman, there you go, it's that one. I'll just screw that across for you. Just throw it, sorry, I didn't mean to just throw it, oh dear. But yeah, when you're using this die, be mindful, there is a little bow at the bottom of this one, so you know that you need it at the bottom there, otherwise you'll have an upside down bow or on the side. But actually, to be fair, if that's what you want, that's absolutely fine. But then you've got the choice there of what it is that you're going to pop. So I'm going to pop Jolly Holidays. What a lovely sentiment. And again, I'm just going to place it in there.
You're off on your Jolly Holidays, aren't you, after today?
Yeah. Oh, it's almost like I planned it.
15 minutes till Debbie's on holiday.
Yeah, 2 and a bit weeks, Joe, 2 and a bit weeks.
Nice.
Now that I'll need it, Joe, I'm telling you I'll need it. Let me just tell you now, that craft room is just filling me with dread every time I think about it. Now,
Do you think it's going to take you a whole week?
it's going to take, yeah, because I've got a week in Bristol, so yeah, it's going to take me a whole week. A whole week. And some. I've got to go and do the dreaded shop first to go and get the stuff that I need for it in that Swedish place. Do you know that Swedish place?
IKEA?
That's the one.
Yeah.
First time ever. First time. Are you allowed to say that, Joel?
I think as long as you're not saying anything derogatory about brands, you're okay to mention them.
That's
as long as
okay,
you're saying positive things.
That's okay then. Well, I've never been, so I can't tell you if it's positive or not. But that's
You've
where
never been to IKEA?
I've never been to IKEA
You've
in my
never
life.
been to IKEA? Oh, make sure you get a hot dog at the end.
No way, Jose. I'm on a healthy eating plan.
All right.
So no.
Meatballs at the start?
A what?
Meatballs at the start?
Oh my God, are you kidding? Is that what they offer you?
Oh, there's a cafe
Do they
in
offer
there.
you free?
Delicious Swedish meatballs, mashed
Oh,
potato.
I thought they were freebies. I thought they were like.
No.
Oh, I thought it were a free thing.
Don't go
I'm
in and
thinking,
eat
oh
them and
my-
don't pay. You get kicked out. You won't be able to get your furniture.
Oh,
with lingonberry
right, okay.
jam, delicious. And at the end, you get a 50p hot dog. Oh, so good. And a little ice cream cone. I just go for the ice cream and the hot dog, to be honest.
Can I just ask you sensibly, is it wise taking children, as in grandchildren?
Depends. Do they like to run around?
3 and 6 months old?
On your own?
No, my mum's going to be with me.
Well,
Oof.
I mean, it's not the sort of place they can sort of run around. It's quite a lot of stuff going on.
Right,
And then at the
I'm
end,
going on my own.
when you go at the end, you go through like a warehouse in order to get out where you have to get the stuff. So yeah, not really all that child friendly, I don't think.
Right, no, I'm going to go on my own.
There is a creche though. You can put them in
Is
the
there?
creche.
Oh,
Yeah.
Safi would love that, but Ezra wouldn't. Right, that is it all cut out. Instantly cut out. Beautiful piece there. Bet, I just want to show you something, Joe, what you can do with it. So what I did was, I cut another one out, but I actually took the middle out, so I just snipped out the middle. So by that, I took my little scissors, snipped out the word, because I'm going to use this as a stencil.
Awesome.
So I'm going to take this, and I've got me green family here of water reactive ink pads, and I've gone for Spring Meadow, a grasshopper, and pine tree. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to use this. In fact, I'll go in with darker one. I'm going to use it as a stencil to create my own little stencil background. So by that, I mean when you go in and you can lift this up at any point and you can see you've got your lovely little stencil area. So again, I'm just going to go around and I'm just going to pick up elements.
Whilst you're doing that, can I just get the card of the show card of the day underway?
Yeah, of course
Debbie,
you
really
can, Joe.
quickly?
Yeah, I'm just going to
so
do
you've
it in
got, It's going to be a
areas.
tough one for you today because you've got Craving,
there's some
which is
beauties.
this domed front card that he's done here with the acetate and the creator cards that Debbie's using with that beautiful mirror card behind.
Gorgeous.
Then you've got from launch day Sarah's double domed front edgeable, which is this one just here. And number 3
Oh, wow.
is Debbie's Peekaboo. So 1, 2 or 3. Craig's Wake Up Call, Sarah's Launch Day or Debbie's Creative Craving. Let me know in the comments.
What was that, producer Georgina?
Rachel got lost in IKEA as a child and had to put a missing child alert out on the tannoy.
That's so funny. Is that our social media superstar? That's hilarious. That'd have been something that had have happened to me when I was younger.
Oh, I got lost a couple of times. It was so frightening, Debbie, as a kid.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, my
Producer
grandma...
Georgina, did you hear what she just said? She was kept on a lead.
Yeah. My grandma, when she used to take us out when we were like 4, we had like a piece of string arm to arm at one point because she was so terrified she was going to lose us, bless her.
Oh, bless. Now
Beautiful
then,
background.
yeah, I'm just saying, producer Georgina, she's just saying she likes this little idea as a background because I'm not covering it all up because I'm going to be covering some of this up, but it just gives you another little idea on how you can use these, create your own stencils. I mean, come on, look how gorgeous. And I've just picked now, I'm going with Spring Meadow, just to give it a little bit of offset in between the darker green. But how lovely does that look, Joe? And I'm just going to bring this in a little bit with some of the Spring Meadow, just to give it a little bit of a highlight over there. There we go. And again, I just think it gives it just a lovely finish. And there's another little way that you can use these the absolutely incredible set of dies. And that's what I love about our Creative Craving shows. It's showing you, you know, we take it back to basics, but it's also showing you different things, taking your dies.
You could use that on its own, couldn't you? You know,
Yeah,
as it is with the
absolutely.
topper, as a sort of
Absolutely.
exaggerated matte layer would look beautiful.
Yeah, really, truly would. And like I said, I'm going to leave that little bit, Joe, because I'm going to be covering that up. Now, the only difference that I've done here, Joe, with my white piece is I've actually taken the colours. So I've taken the grasshopper and the pine tree and the spring meadow and literally just coloured that piece in. So it's gone from white to the green, and I've popped some acetate over the back because I'm going to make myself a little shaker card. Now, I definitely wanted to have the snow, the faux snow at the background, but we don't have the faux snow anymore. So I'm just going to use some sequins. So we've got some sequins.
Oh, all's not lost. The card of the day is Sarah's double dome.
I'm not surprised.
Double edgeable dome card. She'll be made up.
Yeah,
I
I'm
do
not
love that
surprised.
one.
It's
Actually.
absolutely gorgeous. It really is.
Beautiful card. That one. So that
Aren't
is
they
going
beautiful dies, Joe?
It's going up on card of the week. So
Oh,
you get to
she's
vote for
in
that
with
on
a
Sunday.
chance this week.
She's
I
got
saw,
two in.
isn't
She got 2 out of 3 so far. 2 for Debbie. Sorry, 2 for Sarah and 1 for you, Debbie, up on the wall.
Oh.
Craig's going to be fuming.
Oh, bless him. Do you know, I thought actually Craig was going to get it today because I thought that card
Did
he
you?
did
Yeah,
this
I
morning
must
was
admit
gorgeous.
it was close, and it was close yesterday as well. Craig had another awesome one yesterday. So yes, but that is the way the cookie crumbles, as they say, Debbie.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Right, I am just going to clean this down. Oh, please excuse. Oh, I thought you weren't watching.
Oh dear! You got your dress out again.
Just have to get a little clean.
You've got 5 more minutes before we announce the next entry onto Sarah's nice list. It really is your last chance to get your comments in, so make sure you do. We're picking that window at random in just a second.
Right, I'm making myself an 8x8 card. So I have taken some white stamping card, 8x8 inches, 8 by 9 inches, scored in at 1 inch, and I'm going to sandwich these 2 pieces together, and this will create my own 8 by 8. I've gone big because I do like big cards, but that creates my little 8 by 8 card. And then what I'm going to do is add some into the background, some black
Matte black card.
no
Century of Pearl.
no
Glitter cardstock. Glitter cardstock.
Yeah, luxury glitter cardstock. You know the ones that's
Well,
the
it was
non-shedding.
it was like a match game then, wasn't
Sorry,
it?
yeah, I do apologise. Match game.
Match game,
didn't
yeah.
you? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. But yes, I'm just popping that onto there because that's going to be the background piece. And then I've got a bit of glue, so I'm just going to wipe that off. I'm going to bring back in my background piece, Joe. So I'm going to have to use, though, for this one, some tacky glue because I'm sticking this on with onto glitter cardstock. And if you know anything about the solvent glue, the all-purpose glue, it can strip colour back from glitter cards and shiny mirror card. So that's why I've chosen tacky glue, the water-based glue, onto the top because it gives it a really good firm grip and it doesn't ruin the cardstock underneath as well.
Amazing.
Now, I'm going to bring in my other piece that I've chopped. Now, I could have been frugal and chopped into that piece, but because time is of the essence right now, all I'm going to do is add my sequins. But first things first, I'm going to pop this down on to the back of my card. There we go. I'm going to pop that in. And the lovely thing about these interchangeable cards, Joe, is that you don't have to put a sentiment on because it's already in.
Yeah, it's in
so
there,
for me,
isn't it?
it's a quick, easy, super easy cards to make, especially Christmas. I always say this, whenever you look at a Christmas collection, I want something that's going to do something give me maximum, maximum wow factor, but with little effort.
Okay, cool.
Where no one knows that it's not took you that long
Yeah,
after all.
which is exactly what these give you, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
And the fact
that's,
that you've got
I love it.
all the sentiments as well, because you're going to get what? You get 12 sentiments across 4 different die collections in these, which is excellent.
Right, so all I'm doing, Joe, is I'm lifting I've put some foam on a roll onto the back of my card base, and I'm just taking the last bit off. Then
Gail's just ordered foam on a roll so she can sing the song.
Who has?
Gail's just ordered foam on a roll for the first time, so she can have some at home to sing the song.
He'll be back soon, won't he?
He will be back on Friday. I
Yeah,
believe.
he's back on Friday. Now, all I'm going to do is I've taken some sequins that we have on our website, and these are our sequins. But of course, if you have got snow, the snow's going to look absolutely fabulous. Just run though over the back your anti-static bag. On the back of it, because with it being the snow, it'll stick to the acetate. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to now squish those in, sandwich them into the middle. Let's just pop that down, and then lastly, where did my bowl go? I've got a little bowl somewhere, Joel. Just by there. Oh, towards the end of the show, and I go and lose my bowl. Oh, do you know? I tell you what. You ready?
Ah, there we go. Woo! Amazing.
With a bow. Do you know he's a little devil,
How
isn't he?
amazing.
Just adding my bow onto there, and that gives you different. And I've just put some red sequins in this one. But even without my bow, doesn't that look absolutely beautiful? So,
It does indeed.
And batch making cards, because I did that one earlier. And now I've done that one now, and I've got a little bit of batch making going off. Couple of cards there.
To the wall, Debbie. To the
wall.
To the wall. I'm having a good old rummage around in here. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, what do we want? Do we want this one? What? I just can't think which one I want, Debbie. Right, this is it. It's a bauble.
It's a bauble.
It's a red
shiny one.
bauble. It's a shiny one, and it's prize number 3. Now, prize number 3 is a £75 or dollar voucher. How amazing! And the person that is winning it, Debbie, is Debbie Wilson. Congratulations,
Yay!
Debbie Wilson. Debbie with an E.
Debbie with an I-E.
I-E, yeah.
I-E Wilson.
Debbie Wilson, congratulations. And it's prize number 3.
Number 3.
Don't worry, still lots more opportunities if you're not yet on the nice list. You need to email us, please, Debbie, prizes@craftycompanion.com, and we will send you out a £75 or dollar voucher. How amazing is that? Right, we may be done for the day here today on Crafters TV. However, there is a whole new day starting tomorrow, which is awesome. It'll kick off at midday here in the UK, 7 a.m. East Coast time. Myself and Craig will be here for Wake Up Call, which will be awesome. We'll be previewing everything's coming up, and you'll also get a chance to see it launch day, which is with myself and Jan at 3 p.m. in the UK, 10 a.m. East Coast time, looking at those brand new embossing photos. Debbie, can I say it's been a massive pleasure to have 3 shows in 3 days in a row with you.
Yeah, you've
have
had
a great holiday.
You've had to put up with it for 3 whole days, 3 7 p.m.s as well. But I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed it, and I know Joe has as well. So I'm going to wish you all a bon voyage, because I am off for a couple of weeks and a little bit to go and enjoy the craft room and go and see my gorgeous daughter in Bristol as well. So I will see you all on August the 9th, which is a Monday, and word has it, I've got a launch.
Ooh,
So I'll see you
August the
then.
9th. I won't be here, but Debbie will be. Make sure you're here August the 9th when Debbie will be back. Please don't forget to check out your baskets as well. I hope you have a wonderful day if you're across in the US. If you're here in the UK and Europe, then enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another full day of Crafters TV. Bye-bye.